Hi there, this is Elaine Martin. So glad you could join me today. So this is the third story in the Monty and Tonty series, all about my dog called Monty and his best friend called Tonty. Now Monty and Tonty are both border collies. Now Monty, apart from being really handsome, is very clever. As a puppy, he quickly learned to sit, drop, roll over, give you a handshake, and would never eat anything unless he was told to. How smart is that? The thing he loves to do even more than eating is to chase anything and everything. Now, don't worry if you go to sleep before the end of this story, because you can always listen to it another time. So make sure you are comfortable, either in bed or somewhere else. Maybe move your body and pull the covers up so as you feel comfy, cozy, safe. And maybe you want to have your teddy or cuddly toy or whatever you need by your side. Maybe you just need to feel the covers around you. You might want to stretch your arms up in the air. Move your legs up and down. Squiggle your body until you are in a really comfortable position. So are you ready to listen to the story? Now you can either close your eyes, or you can keep them open and close them whenever you want to. The first thing is to notice your breathing. So to start, I want you to breathe in through your nose and then breathe out through your mouth. So try that. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. That's it. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And do this a couple of times. And then notice how nice and calm and relaxed you feel right now. Once upon a time, a black and white border collie called Monty is lying in his backyard somewhere in Australia. For those of you who don't know, Australia is a really big country at the bottom of the world, where kangaroos and koalas live. Anyway, this day Monty is lying in the garden. His family have all gone to work and school, and he's just had a juicy bone in deciding what to do. Now Monty's best friend Tonty often comes to play with him, and he hopes that today she will come. It's a nice sunny day and there's a warm breeze in the air. And Monty curls up in his bed to have a little nap. Soon he's fast asleep, dreaming of chasing a ball, jumping high in the air. When he hears a psst, psst, Monty, are you there? Psst, hey Monty, are you there? didn't take long for Monty to wake up, and he jumped up and ran to the fence and said, "Yes, yes, yes, I'm here, Tonty." He was so excited to hear her voice. "Well," said Tonty, "are you ready for another adventure?" So as Monty had done so many times before, he moves up to the back of the garden and starts to get himself ready to run and leap into the air and over the fence. So he starts running faster and faster, and then launches himself into the air and straight over the top of the fence, and lands on all fours right in front of Tonty. He has the biggest smile on his face. They nuzzle up, having a dog cuddle, a bit of a smell here and there. "So what shall we do today?" said Tonty. "Well, I was thinking, since it's such a beautiful day, we should go to the beach," said Monty. "I have some friends who live in and around the beach, and we can go swimming and surfing, and we can play on the sand, and we can chase balls, and..." Oh, he was getting so excited. Can we, Tonty?" he said. "Yes, that's a good idea, Monty. Let's run to the train station and see when the next train leaves." As they arrive at the station, they notice Brian the kangaroo lying in the carriage of the train, fast asleep. There's no one else around, so Monty starts barking and pushes Brian to wake him up. Brian, wake up! We need to go to the beach. Can you make the train go, please?" What? said Brian, a little startled to being woken up. Oh, yes, of course I can. Just give me a minute, he said, and he put his driver's hat on and did up the buttons of his red and black jacket and hopped into the driver's seat. "Jump on then," he said, and he pulled the chain. Whoop, whoop, as the train took off, and soon they were speeding along the track. Both Monty and Tonty had their heads out of the open windows, enjoying the warm breeze and the wind flapping their ears. "We're going to the beach," sang Monty and Tonty. "We're going to the beach to have a day of fun. We're going to the beach to run, woohoo!" It wasn't long before the train pulled into the beach station. Red Crab Beach. The beach was called Red Crab because Joe the Red Crab was the boss of this beach. He was a little bit grumpy at times because lots of animals and kids visited his beach, but often they would leave behind their drink bottles or food wrappers. And he was very tired of picking them all up, and that made him grumpy. As Monty and Tonty climbed down off the train, they went to look for Joe the Red Crab and found him sleeping in his office. "Joe," said Monty, "wake up. We're here to play on the beach." "Oh, yes, hi," said Joe. "Sorry, it's been so hot here and we've run out of ice. Look how bright the sun is in the sky, and I get sleepy when it's too hot," he said. "We're here to play," said Tonty. excited at the thought of being at the beach. Well, there are surfboards over there. There's buckets and spades and lots of other things to build sandcastles, and there's a trampoline over there, he said, pointing, and another box full of soccer balls and cricket sets and tennis balls. So much stuff, so much stuff. Just remember, guys, to pick up your rubbish before you go, said Joe, so I don't get grumpy. I'm a bit tired, so I'll see you later. Have fun. And Joe walked towards a big black and silver tent that was erected on the beach and disappeared inside. Thinking nothing of it, Monty and Tonty started running really fast down the beach, along the sand and into the water. They ran, trying to beat the waves from catching their paws, splashing here, splashing there. Tonty let out a squeal of delight, and a little boy threw a tennis ball, and both dogs ran as fast as they can to catch that ball. Monty got there first and then ran straight back to the boy, waiting for another throw. But it was so hot. The sun in the sky was shining bright, and that made the water glisten even more. And then, all of a sudden, out of the waves comes Maddie the Dolphin. She's been swimming all day and all night, and she is very tired. "Hi, Monty," she says. "Sorry I can't talk, but I'm very tired and I need to go to sleep." Oh, okay, says Monty. And they stand aside watching Maddie as she slides up the beach and then disappears into the black and silver tent. "What's in that tent?" said Tonty. "I don't know," said Monty, puzzled. Soon they see Suzy the Starfish shaking herself as she comes towards them out of the waves. "Hi, Monty," Suzy said. "Sorry, I can't talk, but I'm really tired. You see, I've been swimming all day and all night, and it's so hot out here, and I just need to sleep." So Suzy jumps all the way up the beach, and she too disappears into the black and silver tent. "What's going on here?" said Monty. "Why is everyone going into that tent?" The dogs both stood there looking at this black and silver tent. However, both Monty and Tonty really wanted to go surfing, so they thought they'll find out what's going on in that tent later. So Monty found a yellow and white surfboard with a red and blue leg strap that towered over his head. He grabbed the board and set off at lightning speed towards the wave. He leaps in and starts paddling as fast as he can. "Wee!" he shouts. Tonty grabs her pink and purple surfboard with a yellow leg strap and follows Monty down the beach. And she also launches herself into the water. She pushes her surfboard into the waves and paddles out to Monty, both eager to catch a wave. Backwards and forwards, in and out, they surf for hours and hours, and then one last time they start paddling as fast as they can. And both dogs jump on their boards, and with lightning speed, the wave carries them into the shore. They both fall onto the sand and let the water roll over them, so tired, so tired. And it's still so hot. Eventually they look up and see a row of sea creatures and animals waiting to get into this black and silver tent. Crabs, starfish, octopus. dolphins, even a shark. What on earth is going on? Said Tonty. Leaving their surfboards on the stand, they started running up to see what was going on. So the dogs waited in line to see what was in that black and silver tent. Why are you waiting to go in there? Said Tonty to the big shark with the big white teeth. So tired, said the shark. So hot, was all he said. Eventually, they went through the opening in the tent, and the first thing they noticed was how cool it was. There was a ladder going down into the sand. So they climbed down, and all around them were hammocks of all different colours hanging from the sand roof. And there was Suzy the Starfish, fast asleep, and Maddie the Dolphin in another. And on the walls were rows and rows of hanging fruit. There were yummy red strawberries, sweet green grapes hanging on another wall, oranges, apples, peaches and plums, mangoes and bananas. Every wall was covered in fruit. And then Monty notices there's Joe the red crab, and he's munching on a banana. Yum, yum, he said. I love fruit, he said, and it's really good for my body. So Monty grabbed a shiny red apple and sunk his teeth into it. It was sweet and crunchy and so yummy. And then he picked up some strawberries because they are his favourite, and he munched into them with the juice dripping down his mouth. This is so good, he said. They noticed another ladder going down even further. And so they climbed down and saw lots of plastic paddle pools full of water. And the sea creatures playing and laughing and splashing in the water. And at the sides were bowls of water for all the creatures and animals to drink. Some of the creatures were just lying in the water, relaxing, calm, quiet, because they were very tired. And on the walls were lots of little buttons. What are these buttons? Said Monty. Well, said the big shark, you just press the button. You say your favourite food, and all of a sudden it's there. What? Said Monty. This could not be true. On you go, Tonty said. What would you like? So Monty pressed the button and said, a big juicy bone, please. A whiff and a puff and a whuff and a piff, and right in front of him was the most delicious, juiciest bone he had ever seen. Monty squealed with joy. This is an amazing place, he said. No wonder all the sea creatures want to be in here. It was so cool and so much fun. And then Tonty said, I think it might be getting late, Monty. Oh no, we need to get back to the garden before my family get back. So Monty grabbed the bone, put it in his pocket, and ran up the ladder and out of the door of the tent, shouting, "Goodbye, everybody," as he left. Both dogs ran towards the train to find Brian the kangaroo fast asleep again. Brian, wake up! We have to go back. Oh, right. Oh, right. Jumping into the driver's seat, he starts up the engine. And with heads out the window and the warm breeze in their faces, Both dogs felt excited about their discovery today, but were so very tired, so sleepy. Soon they pulled into the station near Monty's house. Running like the wind. Got to get home before they're skinned. See the wall and make the jump. Over the wall, bump, 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 and he flops into his bed. The next thing he hears is the engine of the car turn off and his family come through the door. He wags his tail and jumps for joy. They're home and all so pleased to see him. They pat him and hug him and snuggle up to him. His tail's wagging so fast now, but he's so tired, so very tired. Nick, his little human, fills his bowl with fresh water and gives him some food. Too tired to eat. Tummy's still full of strawberries, thinks Monty. And then he remembers his bone. Takes it out of his pocket and hides it under his bed for tomorrow. Then curls up in his bed like a ball and closes his eyes. So tired, so tired. And in his dreams he goes back to the black and silver tent, imagines himself playing with all his friends, eating his favourite strawberries, chewing on his bone, and then he climbs into one of those snug and comfy hammocks, so soft, so nice, so sleepy now. Night night until next time.